Hello, welcome to the Seasoned Writer. I just want to do a bit of a reset between projects here and thank everybody who's been subscribing and following along. I really appreciate it. You guys make it fun. I'm still learning the ropes a little bit on how to operate this channel. For instance, I have comments turned on, but they're not public to people. And somebody commented on the correct paint color for these classic Honda engine blocks with an actual part number, and I wasn't sure how to share that with everybody, and that's useful information. I really appreciate stuff like that, and I'll pass it on as soon as I, figure out how. About to start a new project. It's Sunday, so projects are Sundays and Thursdays, and then Tuesdays are everything else that's goofy or fun or it's riding season here, so there'll be a lot of riding video, I'm sure, and going to motorcycle shows and that type of fun. But the projects are Sundays and Thursdays. Follow along. This next project has a touch of drama in it, and it's got a little bit of silliness too. Let me just say up front that I restored a piece of copper tubing, like plumbing, because I thought it had something to do with the Honda engine. I don't know how that happened. Nobody knows. I just really wanted to say thank you for everybody who's subscribing and follow along. This project gets pretty eggheady into the mechanics of it, but it's a good follow for people who are about to start that type of project. Most of them are. This one is a water seal replacement on the GL 1100 standard Goldwing, and that is a pretty serious pain in the it's time to get back to work here. I took a little break. I get a little burned out on it every now and then. So it's not the end of the world if you need to stop. For those followers and fans of the classic Hondas, the last thing that I did in any depth was the preservation restoration of the 400F Super Sport. I love the way that came out. And what I'm about to... So here's a fun thing about a preservation restoration. You get to see the results of your labor. It's shiny. It has some fresh paint in places, and it looks good. This project on the GL 1100 standard is not like that. This is strictly a mechanical thing because this bike, well, quite frankly, it already looks beautiful. It underwent also a preservation restoration a couple years ago. And I've barely used it since because it has a leaking water pump seal. So I have to take this apart and replace that. And that doesn't get the same return. It doesn't become more shiny. It's strictly a mechanical thing, but we can ride it with confidence. Because if the oil pump seal, also in the same place, also fails, you will combine oil and water, blow your head gaskets, whole nother set of problems. So I took it for a ride once or twice with a drip coming out of, there's a weep hole under here, underneath the water pump case. And, you really shouldn't. But in case that oil seal also goes. And then when you add the oil and the water, they're not supposed to mix. And because they don't. So I'm going to get started on this. So she'll be up and running. And I believe in a state of being able to make it to the Santa Monica Pier, wide open throttle. So on the GL 1100, replacing the water pump seal. First thing is going to be to join the coolant. There we go. Oh my God. Whoopsie. On the G1100, the seat is off. And then the faux tank comes off. By the way, it's a faux tank. You'll see in a minute, but the real gas tank is under here. It's underneath the seat. So center of gravity is down really low. Same with the engine. Put the flat 4. That keeps the center of gravity down really low. It makes it handle very nicely. But anyway, I digress. That's the front fastener for the faux tank, and then here's the rear one, like so. I have to also drain the oil. I already drained the coolant. Now we're going to do the oil. Hope it goes a little bit neater. 17 millimeter. And I'm just going to see if this just... Oh, good. Otherwise I have a little gentle persuasion. So it doesn't rock the bike around so much on the lift, but... It seems I put this in reasonably tight the last time I did an oil change. The oil filler cap is off. So it aerates out correctly and drains at a good rate. And I'll let most of it drain off, and then I'll undo the filter. Just to wrap up on draining the fluids, we still have the oil filter cartridge to pull, 22 millimeter socket. For this, and I have a drain bucket under it. There we go. We'll drain off the last of these fluids. And for the cartridge here, there's a couple things we need to remember. One is that there is a spring on top of this bolt inside here. I mean, I'm sorry, a washer. So I pull out the cartridge, the actual oil filter. And can you see the washer stuck right here? So I'll drain this in the bucket and take this washer off. Make sure I don't lose it. It happens all the time. People throw these away because they're stuck to the filter. And then I have a place just to drop this without adding to the mess. So this goes on top of the spring. Like so. And very often it ends up stuck to the filter. So people end up accidentally throwing the stuff away. That's all. I always tag cautionary messages on the handlebars here because nobody's beyond doing something stupid.